Hello everyone, I trust you're doing well. I've just recently done a pitch call to try and get an official episode of Deathbattle made. For those of you who don't know, Deathbattle is a web series, first published back in 2010, where two fictional characters are taken and are set up to see who would win in a theoretical fight to the death. My first experience with them was the TMNT Battle Royale episode, and after recently becoming a member after they went independent, I decided to pitch a matchup that's been on my mind for years, that being Hercules from Disney's Hercules versus Po from DreamWorks' Kung Fu Panda. Since I had the money, I decided to buy a slot, and I put a presentation together to put forward my argument. Since others have recorded and uploaded their pitch calls onto YouTube, I decided to do something similar. Though I only realised afterwards that I made a mistake. The night beforehand, I was recording multiplayer footage with my friend for my upcoming Crash Nitro Kart video, and I muted the microphone because we were talking about work stuff, which was quite personal. And I forgot to turn the microphone back on when I was recording with OBS. Yeah, I'm an idiot. So for this video, the audio you're going to hear from Ben and Chad is their original audio, but I'm going to try and dub over what I said using just my memory and the context of my mouse moving. So I do apologise if it's not 100% what I said, but again, I just thought I'd upload it since everybody else has, and obviously disclaimer, don't harass these guys, they're very busy, and I just wanted to pitch them an idea that I thought would be fun. And if you want to know why my username is the 14th Prime, not Crimson Sunrise, it's because that was what my original username was going to be, and some Transformer channel took it first. Ah well. Anyway, let's get started.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, hello. Hi, it's great to meet you at long last.
Yeah, nice to meet you as well. Ben should be here in just a second. While he's hopping in, saying thank you so much for picking up a pitch call. It really supports the show a ton. So it means Ben, myself, but also a big thanks from the whole team.
Oh no, thanks for giving me this chance. I've actually been a fan ever since the TMNT Battle Royale episode.
Oh, and you stuck around after the trauma. Sorry about that, but thanks for the long time support.
All right, yeah. Okay, so let me just. Do you mind if I share my screen with you?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, let me try and get this working properly. Here we go.
Can you hear me okay?
Now we can.
Yeah, I can hear you. Cool. All right.
Hello.
I saw this one on the schedule last week, and I was excited to talk about it, so I'm ready.
Oh, that's great then.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so as you can see, my idea is Hercules versus Po, Disney's Hercules versus DreamWorks' Kung Fu Panda. There were multiple reasons why I thought this would be a very good one. One of the first reasons that I came up with, that being, you've never done a Disney versus DreamWorks episode. You've done Marvel versus DC, Nintendo versus Sega.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, and it makes more sense when you realize these two have the same backstory. So they both got separated from their parents. They both got a journey started at a temple. They both got trained by a small and bitter master with some past students. Yeah, and so it all makes sense when you look at their stories back to back and how much they have in common. And so the setup for this fight, my idea is that, like in the Kingdom Hearts games where Hercules is in an arena, you could have Po challenge him in front of a crowd, cheering them on, and it could be like two legends, like, oh, come on, let's see what you've got, let's see what you can do, that kind of thing. And it could start like campy and then get more serious as the fight goes on, something like that. It could, yeah. So, as you can see, there's multiple ways you could set this up. You could use 2D sprites, like this one from the Hercules PS1 game, but there are also multiple video games that you could pull assets from. Like there's loads of 3D models and arenas if you want to pull assets from any of those. Obviously, like I know a hand-drawn fight is just kind of out of the question, really. So, yeah, it's just not really going to happen.
Hey, you never know.
Well, maybe. But yeah, so... And as for the music, obviously, the Hercules film has a lot of great songs in it. So that could be like an inspiration, like Zero to Legend and Legends Go the Distance. Especially when you look at them
that's good. Yeah.
and see how the lyrics match up. Like, hero's strength is measured by his heart. Before the battle of the fist comes the battle of the mind. When you don't know who you are, just look inside. So the lyrics do match up with their journeys respectively, and you see the parallels between them. So the music.
All right. So is this just a lyrics fight track, or are they going to sing at any point during the fight?
No, I didn't plan this to be a musical number. I just thought it'd be a cool idea.
Hercules didn't sing, right?
Yeah, he did.
I don't think Hercules
did. He sang "Go the Distance." Yeah. That's his song.
Oh, right.
But like I said, I don't plan this to be a musical number. This was just just a fun idea. But you can probably see, like, presentation-wise, their personalities, the setup, their life stories, all lines up really, really nicely. But of course, another aspect is, what's the debate like? Well, if we just look at the films, like no cartoons, no video games, nothing out there like that, just to see how they compare. Obviously, Hercules' best feat is when he threw the Titans into space. I couldn't really find a speed feat for him in the films, but he does have a bit of toon force with like his sword bending, and I know he gives up his godhood at the end of the film, but I'm just going to assume, like, if you choose to give that to him, he can like restore souls, and he's immune to fate, like he survived the fates cutting his string.
Yeah.
And then when we go over to Poe, he's obviously got that Wuxi fingerhold feat from Iron Fist versus Poe. The megaton to gigaton range of TNT is pretty close overall. He is slightly faster, as you can see, and he's got all his chi abilities that he has in the films. So one could be seen as stronger, while the other one is slightly faster and has better abilities overall. But then we have to kind of look at the more...
The cartoons.
Yeah.
It's always the cartoon.
Yeah. Like, Hercules can just tear a hole in the sky. This is something that he can just do, apparently. Like, and, I just will say, if the calculations are wrong, I'm sorry. I had to, like, throw this together. So, again, if the calculations are wrong, I apologize. But, yeah, I also... In the first episode, he also lifts the sun, and he pilots Apollo's chariot, which can change day to night in seconds. And in the Aladdin crossover episode, which I am allowed to use because it takes place after the Aladdin series, he can keep up with Magic Carpet, who flew to the Netherworld, which, using these timestamps, was 19 seconds. According to Genie, it's taking a left turn at the Big Bang black hole. Yeah, so it like comes... I don't know, it like comes like 23 trillion, which honestly shocked me. Yeah. But yeah, so these are just some of the more out there feats. But these also do put him on par with Zeus when he created that constellation. So this is consistent power-wise. When looking at their abilities, however, this is where I had to help Hercules out a bit, because he doesn't really have much going for him. So I gave him some stuff from the video games, such as his Mirrorverse abilities and the stuff from the Disney Heroes Battle Mode game. I also gave him his power-ups from the PlayStation 1 game. I'm assuming you've played the PlayStation 1 game at some point?
Maybe like once in passing. Like,
I think I played it on like PC.
Yes, it was also on PC.
Because that looks familiar.
Yeah, it was the same game. There was a Game Boy Color version, but I just didn't include it. Yes.
First level, like a training level with Phil.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Taking you through like doubles and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's suddenly in my head. I remember that vividly, because as a kid, I couldn't get past like level 2 or something like that.
Yeah. So yeah, this is all from the same game.
Gotcha.
But yeah,
I think I only ever got up to the centaur guy, and I don't think I ever got past him.
oh, that's all right. But yeah, for Poe, I had to like at the time Iron Fist versus Poe went up. There was a thing called the Dragon Knight series with the Ting Shang weapons, which, as you can see here, when they're all united, Poe used them. Here's one of them. They're masters, and this guy used all 4. Combined, they split the giant continent into all the continents we know in that series. When I looked
Sure.
up, yeah, when I looked up the calculation, it came to large planet level, which is admittedly pretty out there and a bit shaky.
Okay.
But a more reliable one is this feat with the Eternal Cord. So basically in this episode, Poe uses the cord to stop the universe from being sent into chaos, and that has a massively faster than light speed that could help him out against Herc in this episode. All the information's there. And obviously he has a lot more abilities that weren't covered previously. He can fly, he can change day to night in a brief moment. He has loads of projectiles, his chi abilities. So he's got a lot more that he can use, as well as all these items, including the Shuyong seeds, which I'm going to go over those in a bit because there's some time manipulation stuff to them, which I don't know if Poe will be allowed to have them. Also, like, I'm sorry if I'm taking up your time. Please let me know if I'm running out and I'll speed up.
Oh yeah, we got about like 6 more minutes left before we gotta jump.
Okay, thank you.
To another call.
Also here, I just gave him all the crossover stuff. Because if I'm going to do it for Hercules, I'm also just do it for Poe, but there isn't really much to go on apart from some heavy hitters such as, like Puss in Boots, Rapunzel, and Buzz Lightyear of Star Command, who in one episode of his cartoon survived a black hole. Yeah, it gets pretty out there. Pretty out there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so now it comes down to the main thing is, are you going to let Hercules use Kingdom Hearts?
Right.
Because there's some big stuff in here. For example, he's arguably as strong as Auron from Final Fantasy, who defeated a multiversal being, and he could be considered on par with Aqua and Sora, who both moved in the realm of darkness, which could count as like infinite speed because time doesn't pass there. But more importantly, in Kingdom Hearts 2, he has this ability called Aura Sphere, which negates immortality. So that could be a way for him to like bypass Poe's ability to come back from the dead and stuff. But again, this depends if we're allowing him to use it. Because again, Kingdom Hearts is pretty highball stuff. Along with all these potions and stuff, if we give Hercules Kingdom Hearts, we have to ask, does that mean that we're going to let Poe use his stuff from Paws of Destiny? Because, okay, so there's this thing called the Wellspring, and it's like responsible for all the chi in the universe, and it's like where sound comes from, and it's what created the Eternal Cord, so that counts as like the spirit realm, the main universe, which is said to be infinite in size. So that combined with the Shuyong tree seeds gives him this massively faster than light speed feat from 43 quadrillion to 1 quintillion, which could help Poe out against Herc. But because of how it works, there's like this time travel stuff, which again, I don't really know if Poe would be allowed to use it, because the Wellspring uses chi from everything, or creates everything, if you watch the episodes. So that could count as low multiverse, because each sea makes a different timeline, and he gets more abilities. On top of all that, he gets the Spirit Urn to seal things away, and he can just turn into a dragon. That's just something that he can do, really. Yeah, that kind of caught me off guard when I first looked it up. But only in the spirit realm. He can't do this.
It kind of looks like the sea monster that Hercules fought too.
Scylla.
That's so funny. We'd have to do the reference where he like pulls, like that. Anyway.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that'll actually be pretty fun. But like I said, this all gives him a lot more power, a lot more speed, which could put him on par with the Kingdom Hearts stuff, if you're allowing him to use it, that is. So this is all just stuff he gets from the Wellspring, including the possible time powers, if he's allowed to use that. Again, not really sure, but it's, just feel free to go through it all and see what he can and can't be allowed to have, essentially. Like, this is just a quick summary of everything. So Poe is surprisingly faster, while Hercules is obviously stronger. So it could ultimately, this is just a summary, but this is like down to their arsenals and abilities, because, does Poe have anything that can bypass Herc's godhood? Or is Herc just so strong he just powers through all of it? Or does godhood resist the Wuxi finger hold? So there are possible debatable setups that could make this, an endurance test. Can Poe survive long enough, or is Herc just going to outlast and overpower him? So it could genuinely be a very close fight between these two.
Yeah, for sure. This is really interesting. Also, I know you're saying have it take place in arena, but all I can think of in my mind is because Hercules was so clumsy when he was a teenager, and then Poe is clumsy. I could see the beginning, Poe's in Greece or whatever he's doing, and trying to get some food, but he knocks over those pillars and they start to domino the pillars, right? Yes. And then he's like, oh god, oh no, right? And then Hercules shows up to stop it and thinks he's a monster or something that's attacking the town. Or
that could actually work. Yeah, that's actually a good idea.
A giant panda is attacking the town.
Oh, that's actually pretty good, actually. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's very, very in line with that. That's great. Well, this is very fun. An email just popped up in chat if you want to send this presentation to it. Feel free. Obviously, you put a lot of time and effort into it, but that way we can reference it.
Yeah, funny thing, this is actually the short version. My original version had 41 slides.
Oh my god.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I had to
if you still have those slides, feel free to send them over.
Yeah, I'll probably just stick with the shorter version, just save time. That's my main argument forward. This is going to be a good Disney versus DreamWorks matchup, and there's a lot of
appreciate that.
And this is just a quick summary of it all between the two. But yeah, like I said, this is an excellent opportunity for Disney versus DreamWorks. Their personalities bounce off each other well. They both have similar backstories, so that could work well with each other. The fight potential is surprisingly in-depth. Yeah, so this seems like a pretty good option for a cartoon-based one. And you can count some puns for Boomstick at the end.
That's great.
Okay, so right, are there any questions you guys want to ask me?
No, you did a good job. That was great. I totally see the vision. This would be a lot of fun for sure.
That's great.
Yeah, my question is just to myself: have we really not done a Disney versus DreamWorks?
No, you haven't. Funnily enough, I think you were going to do there was a champions ballot with Hero and Baymax versus Hiccup and Toothless. But again, I think this would just be more thematic overall.
This is more like classic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So thank you very much for letting me do this. This is really fun, and I really enjoyed doing it.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Well, fantastic presentation. Really fun pitch. And thank you so much for supporting us by watching the show and through getting a pitch. It really helps us a lot. So
thank you again for letting me do this. And you're very welcome.
Yeah, it was great talking with you. This was really fun.
All right. Thank you. Thanks again.
All right. I hope you have
enjoy your weekend.
Awesome. I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you. Yep. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
And there you go. That was the pitch I gave them. Watching it back, I wish I didn't ramble so much because I felt like I didn't give them a chance to talk. I mean, yeah, I was the one pitching the idea to them, but still, I feel like I just word vomited all over them and didn't give them a chance to speak. That, and obviously I wish I checked that my microphone was being recorded. But anyway, yeah, I'd say overall it was a good experience, and if I ever do decide to do it again, I know not to make it so bloated and wordy next time. If I get the money, that is. But yeah, this was a quick video, and I just thought you'd be interested in knowing what happened. So yeah, until next time, thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments what you thought of my pitch idea. Have you watched any Death Battle episodes? And as always, enjoy the rest of your week. Take care.